Have we reached the end of Beats? Apple is maybe putting out some brand new headphones that could spell the end of Beats forever?
I'm your huckleberry.
Folks, good friend of the show, John Prosser, has leaked out some information that Apple is now making more models of headphones. Apple is making some over-the-ear headphones that are going to kind of compete with the Bose 700 and the Sony MD-1000X la-di-da-da-da-da-da. They're going to be about $350. They should be announced sometime later this year. They're going to have the AirPods X, which are going to be sports running-type headphones, which could possibly replace the Beats X, around $200 maybe later on this fall. What some people have called AirPods Pro Lite. The end goal of this, according to Prosser, is to phase out Beats. Now, in a later tweet, Prosser clarified, seems like people need clarification on what I mean by end goal is to phase out Beats. It doesn't mean they're trying to kill the Beats brand. Tomorrow, they're building up the Apple AirPods product line, then they will phase out Beats in favor of the finished lineup. Now, I have a few thoughts about that. I mean, I've talked about Apple and Beats and all that kind of stuff for quite some time on this channel, and let's be clear, Apple didn't buy Beats for Beats. Apple bought Beats for two reasons. One, they wanted to start Apple Music, and Beats had Beats Music, which was once a service called Mog, which was my favorite streaming service, but anyway, they had that. And then Apple also saw an opportunity to expand their business. Beats was already perfectly placed in the marketplace. They were the market leader, actually, out there in the headphone space, and Apple saw an opportunity to grab that intellectual property and eventually just use it for their own devices. The next year, after Apple bought Beats for $3 billion, they took the headphone jack off of the iPhone, they released the AirPods, and now they are the #1 headphone anywhere at any time. Not Beats. Not anymore. Beats was just the foundation for Apple to build a headphone business on, and Beats themselves have actually gotten quite a lot better since Apple bought them, but Apple never cared about the Beats brand. They wanted what Beats had to use for their own goals, and they're doing it quite successfully. Honestly, I mean, let's be honest, Beats for a long time were just garbage headphones with great marketing, and Apple, while they're great at marketing too, has made them better. Apple doesn't do name brands under their corporate umbrella.
There can be only one.
They don't have other brands they have Apple. They have Apple, so Beats was always going to die. And let's be honest, when was the last time some teen had an identity crisis because they didn't have Beats to take to school? Well, it's been ever since that honor had switched over to the Apple AirPods. So therefore, see you later, Beats. As for the reported new models coming later this year from Apple, the new over-the-ear headphones have a chance to actually be really good. Apple surprised me last year with the AirPods Pro, and in my listening test, they actually beat out the Sony noise-canceling earbuds in my... which, you know, I made a video about that everybody got mad about. But anyway, Bose may be the more well-known brand of noise-canceling headphones, but I assure you that Apple is not gunning for Bose with these headphones. Bose is now second fiddle to Sony. Sony has the over-the-ear headphones in the WX1000M Mark, whatever they are now, noise-canceling headphones. They are the high watermark for noise-canceling headphones, and Apple will definitely be gunning for them. I think they have a shot at taking them down as well. I mean, if they make these things right, the reported $350 price point will be in direct competition with those Sonys and the Bose 700s. And if they can pull off what they pulled off with the AirPods Pro, they can, in fact, win.
Let me hear you say I pity the fool.
There are a lot of wireless over-the-ear headphones out there these days, and a lot of them are really good, and a lot of them are a lot cheaper than $350. So Apple is going to have to do what they did with their AirPods and AirPods Pro and really bring something special to get people to be ready to move away from those other brands and spend that kind of money on the Apple. Of course, it's Apple. And Apple always charges a lot, and people always buy what Apple... Fortunately, in the headphone department, the AirPods were good headphones that were very convenient, and the AirPods Pro were really great headphones that sounded great and also very convenient with great features. So hopefully this over-the-ear headphone can be just as good. My biggest fear, however, is that they will only come in white, and that would be terrible. AirPods can get away with it, but I don't want to run around all over the place in all white headphones. No, it can't happen. Will the iPhone 12 have a smaller notch and widgets? The biggest complaint I've heard from people over the last 4 years of covering the iPhone is, I won't buy it until the notch is gone. Well, it looks like you might have to wait just a little bit longer for that to happen, but new leaks suggest that Apple might have a smaller notch, and iOS 14 might sport more Android-like widgets on the home screen, marking the very first time Apple will see any kind of change in the structure of its home screen since the launch of the iPhone in 2007. Yes, the iPhone currently has its own version of widgets that you swipe in from the left and yeah, all that kind of stuff. I've never been fully able to work them into my usage of iOS, but these new widgets would possibly live on the home screen along with the other apps. I mean, Apple already brought widgets to the home screen with iPad OS. Yes, they were the same thing as the other widgets. They were just on the screen. Maybe they're going to do that, but they could also allow for more liberal placement, as is the case with Android. That would give you the opportunity to put things like media players and all that kind of stuff right there on the home screen, which I would really... I would like that. If I were to bet, I'd go with the former rather than the latter, though. I mean, Apple has softened on the whole only grid icons stance, but don't expect them to go crazy and just let you put stuff wherever you want. That way lies madness! And Apple's... No, I think it'll be something like what they did with the iPad OS. We've got new Galaxy Fold 2 rumors.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Report from Sam Mobile says that the successor to the much loved but much troubled Galaxy Fold may be on the way, featuring a cheaper model with less storage. That means it's less than $2,000. If this rumor proves to be true, the cheaper model will come with 256 gigabytes of storage instead of 512, which, I mean, honestly, fine, who cares? There's also rumors of a possible under-display camera and featuring something like the S20 Plus's camera array on the back. There'll be some kind of screen on the front, maybe with a V-notchy kind of thing. There's even a possibility that there could be S Pen support. Maybe? All of that sounds great, and contrary to popular belief, I don't want the Fold to fail. The original Fold had its issues, and you know, for the amount of money they were asking, I really wanted to see a better, more sturdy product. If the Fold 2 comes out, puts all those concerns to rest, brings us something in a different price point that's a little more attainable for the average human, then maybe the Fold 2 will be what Samsung needs to pull them out of the missteps that they've really been making since the Fold came out last year. First, it was the Fold and all of the trouble that it had, and then, you know, the Note 10 and lots of trouble with just what they did with that phone, and then the S20 line with the price and the underwhelming performance some people have experienced. If Samsung can nail the Fold 2 and deliver a version that doesn't cost as much as a cheap used car, the foldable dream will be closer to reality than ever. So, with the S20 Ultra coming in at $1,400 and the Galaxy Z Flip, another foldable, starting at slightly less than the S20 Ultra, the Galaxy Fold 2, if it comes in around that price point, the cheaper model, then it might start gaining some traction with consumers other than tech fanatics and early adopters and those who wish to flex with the latest and the greatest thing. The Fold 2 is rumored to be announced somewhere in Q2, which is where we are now, Q3, which is where we'll be in 3 months. So we only have a little while to wait. Of course, no rumor should be given a ton of credence in our current climate. I mean, we are in the midst of a global pandemic. I hate to remind you of that, but it's true.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands.
And who knows what's really going to go on with the manufacture of any of these products. At any rate, that's the news for today. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you are staying safe. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more Painfully Honest Tech, I've got some videos here that you can watch. Don't forget to like, subscribe, bell, notify yourself so that you can come back for all the new videos. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech, so honest, it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.